Okay, Kate, what do you think? Kate, that's I'm not sure whether this is the bump in the road yet. That's pretty good, isn't it? Maybe next month.
I think this was an unequivocally good report. I mean, really solid numbers across the board. And, I will say the one thing I'm watching for in the November and December numbers are going to be kind of a slowdown in the seasonal hiring, which you would expect with more people buying online and, less brick and mortar hiring. And then also whether or not this uptick in virus cases slows down the pace a little further. But this is another strong data point in the continuing recovery and healing of the U.S. economy, combined with what was a very solid third quarter earnings season, especially relative to expectations. I mean, people have to feel pretty good about where we are, given the fact that we're living in a pandemic. So it's one of the reasons why I think the equity market's going to continue to grind higher. And those strong secular growth stories will continue to catch a bid, as we've seen in the last couple of days. So, I feel pretty good this morning, ending what has been a very exhausting week.
Year. Nada.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. It's a solid and strong report. I would say it feels a bit like where we were back this summer when we started a recovery and then had the onset of a second wave that slowed things down. We are now at over 100,000 cases per day with the winter coming on. So I do expect a slowdown because of that, but also because of all the uncertainty. Even when we get the results of the election, I think we're looking at a very different policy environment in the future. So employers are going to wait to see how things play out before they start hiring again.
So, Austin, it is a pretty solid number. Do you think that we have stayed too open? Do you think what we're seeing in the COVID cases, has it been the right balance, or you accept less economic growth? I mean, it's tough.
Look, I think it is tough. As you know, I'm not a fan of viewing it as having a direct trade-off between the virus and the economy. Because when you start looking at the data, the places that have the worst impact of the virus also end up having the worst economy. I don't see why we don't put a much stronger emphasis on public health and getting everyone to wear masks so we can get on kind of an Australia, Korea, New Zealand type trajectory. If you look in those places, in Korea, the unemployment rate's lower than it was before coronavirus came in. In this case, we're still millions of jobs below where we even were before coronavirus, much less the growth. So we need this is a solid report, and we need bigger than this, and we need it repeated for many months just to get out of the hole that we were in.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.